You guys got anything else to tell me? I feel like big other news. EVO Japan this weekend. Usually EVO is pretty tight when it comes to allowing restreams. Allegedly, Markman the Legend has everyone can restream it. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not everyone. I don't know. I think everyone can restream it though. So, I will. It's going to be a good tournament. This is going to be the first real major with Leroy. We're going to see if all these whiny ass bitches are, right. Or if they're just whiny ass bitches. Pakistan only has one player in. Did you guys hear? Atif Butt and Always Horny couldn't go. There were some kind of issues. I don't know what the issues are. But they couldn't go because of travel issues. Which sucks. But now did you see that tweet? So you remember last year, the tournament that put this guy on the map. What the fuck's his name again? Remind me of the guy's name. It's not funny the way Always Horny and Atif Butt's name is funny, so I can't remember it. Arslan Ash. Yeah, that name. Arslan Ash. I have a limited hard drive space up here. I can only remember funny things, and that's it. So he wants to be remembered. Maybe he should do something funny. Anyway, I'm kidding. I, of course, remember him. So, I don't remember what I was talking about, though. Oh, yes. He's the only one going. And last year, the tournament that put him on the map was EVO Japan. And EVO Japan, last year, he had to do some crazy shit to get there. Like, allegedly, he spent all this time sleeping, doing uncomfortable things. Like 48 hours of no sleep, traveling to different airports and getting fucked over by people. So, and then he got there and won the tournament, right? So that changed everything. It was like a moment in history for the Tekken world, because this began the whole Korea is not only, well, at first it was like Korea might not be the best. And then it was like, Korea is not the best. And then it was like, man, not only is Korea not the best, it almost feels like, whoa, that's crazy. They're not even close to being as good as these other guys. Who's Korea? I never heard of them, So the story arc was getting out of control, right? After all these years of Korea being the best. And then, all this shit happened, and then Japan wins. It was like, whoa, the ultimate mix-up. Japan was waiting on the sidelines, waiting for the right moment while Pakistan and Korea 69ing each other over here, and then, boom, they strike. Man, it was amazing. All this shit is super tight. If you think about it on a piece of paper or maybe a napkin, it's really exciting if you break it down, right? So, anyway, Arslan Ash had to go through all that bullshit to get there last year to set this timeline in motion. He had to do all this bullshit to get there. Very uncomfortable and shit. Yesterday, he tweeted this fucking picture of him like in this sick ass like first class Red Bull. He's like an athlete, Red Bull athlete. That shit is like watching those before and afters where the guy's hella fat and now he's hella buff. It was sick. It was super sick. It's like the dream. The dream. He went to EVO Japan, went through the hardship, and now, a year later, he's got chariots. Red Bull chariots. Shit's pretty tight. If you think about it. I don't know, it's tight to me because, like 10, 15 years ago, this is such a dumb story 10, 15 years ago. It's like outrageous. 10, 15 years ago, people were just as excited about winning, but nobody really cared. Nobody even really saw it. Nobody was there. It was, streaming was barely a thing, barely a thing. So the only way you saw it was if you had one of those motherfucking Proton Pack VHS recorders.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Sammy, what are you doing, my friend? Shut up. Don't tell me how to drive.
Hey, thanks. Anyway, EVO Japan's this weekend, and I have permission to restream it. But let's face the facts. Usually those types of tournaments that are kind of open with lots of pools, and they're, especially the Japanese ones, the pools can get real lumpy. You know? The pools will often be very lumpy. So I didn't look at the schedule. I saw Ace King offsuit. He has a schedule. I think it starts Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific. I think. I'm probably off by a little bit. But I think I might still, maybe like 4 p.m. if it starts at Friday, not today. Tomorrow, the next Friday. Oh boy, this is not going to work. Oh. Don't worry. Just like the garbage cans, we can solve this problem. Okay, so today's Friday. Yesterday was Friday. Next Friday, which is tomorrow, at 4 p.m., EVO Japan starts, right? And I'm going to kind of wing it, eat big dinner around that time, and then, you know, I'll probably stream at night, and, I'll stay up as late as I can. We'll watch pools. We'll see, tentatively. But the cool thing is that I have permission. So, along with all of you, everyone has permission, I think. Not sure. I don't think they have DOA there. That was already a year ago? Was that last year at EVO Japan? I think it was. That was last year at EVO Japan. They were supposed to have DOA there, but there was an issue and core values were involved, and now I'm a DOA fan. You know, a year later, it turns out I'm a DOA fan, big fan. I'm a competitive Fortune X volleyball player. That's my favorite version of it, of course.